Hi everyone and welcome to today's morning report with me, Richard Perry, Market Analyst at Hantec Markets for Wednesday the 9th of April. The handover that we've had overnight from the Wall Street trading has been fairly positive, and equity markets have finally found a bit of support after 3 days of significant declines. That has certainly allowed the Asian markets to find a bit of support, although the Nikkei continues to decline as the strength of the yen was significantly pulling dollar yen sharply lower yesterday, and that came on the back of Governor Kurudo, who basically did not hint as to any further monetary easing in the Bank of Japan's monetary policy statement. So the yen strengthened yesterday, and that's helped to drag Japanese equities lower. Asian markets on the whole, though, have been fairly supported by this slight bounce in US markets, and certainly if we look at the VIX, for example, that came sharply lower yesterday. It was off around about 4.5% yesterday, so that has reduced some of the volatility that had been putting pressure on these equity markets. The dollar has actually found a bit of support today as well. That dollar index has slightly ticked higher in early hours of trading today. So after a significant pullback in the last few days, that has actually found a bit of support. So that's what we're seeing at the moment. Certainly the yen is unwinding. That dollar yen trade is unwinding slightly, and the other major currencies are also finding a bit of neutrality amongst them as well today. So that's what we're looking out for. But the markets will be certainly pushing towards this these Fed meeting minutes this evening, 7 o'clock this evening, UK time. The announcement of the Fed meeting minutes will put a bit more flesh to the bones of the FOMC statement by Janet Yellen a couple of weeks back. Markets will certainly be looking for signs of a hawkish stance from Yellen being confirmed. They will be looking out for possible dissension amongst the members, and also differing views on the forward guidance that was also given. So the markets will be just looking for just some hints as to whether this hawkish stance that Janet Yellen gave in her statement is actually going to be continuing going forward, and whether this was actually supported by the majority of the committee. That is this evening. At the moment, as I said, we're seeing a little bit of neutrality in these Forex pairs, and the one on my chart of the day that I'm going to be looking at is Euro Sterling today. And Euro Sterling had a sharp move to the downside yesterday, but at the moment we're still just onto this support of this old downtrend. Old downtrends, when they've been broken to the upside, then start to form a bit of support. So that seems to have been the case in the last couple of occasions where we've returned to it. So just watch out for that. However, I still think this downside break that we've seen in the last few days is a key move. I spoke about this potentially being a flag pattern last week. I think this has probably gone on a little bit too far to be considered to be a flag pattern, but I think what it is now going to be a downside range breakdown, and that range break below the 82.14 mark actually gives us an implied downside target of around about 81.80, so 81.90. So that's what we're looking at today. I think what we'll be doing is possibly the euro finding a little bit of support, unwinding a touch there against sterling, but I think any sort of bounce back towards this 200-hour moving average, which has basically become the basis of resistance. All these moving averages are falling in bearish sequence, so that would suggest that the outlook is increasingly weak, and that any sort of rallies towards that 82.46 towards 82.60 level, I think should be classed as a chance to sell this chart, as I think there'll be further downside ultimately. Excuse me. I think this move back towards 81.80 could well be seen, and that is a key low from February. So just watch out for that. I still think that this chart is coming lower, and that we're going to see further strengthening of sterling against the euro in the coming days. So any sort of chance to sell this on a bounce, I think, should be taken. So I wish you good luck in your trading on Euro Sterling today. Watch out for the Fed meeting minutes, which could have an impact on risk appetite across the board. And that's this evening at 7 o'clock UK time. And I will speak to you later. Thank you.